So today we are going to see the concept called SQL commands. Okay. So first of all, let me explain you in detail what are the categories of SQL commands. Okay. So this is a very important, my friends. That's what I'm thinking. But okay, fine. Let it be. People will join slowly. Okay. So we have this concept called SQL commands. So how many types are there in that SQL commands? There are 5 types: DDL, DML, DRL or DQL, DCL and TCL. Okay, so far we have seen the commands called create, insert, select. That's it. Okay, so not only those commands, there are several other commands also. So we are using the commands in order to perform the different activities. First of all, what are the available commands and what are the categories that will comes under? Okay, these commands comes under which category? Okay, so to make you understand with respect to this topic, I'm going to start the concept called SQL commands. Okay, so there are total 5 types of SQL commands with us: DDL, DML, DRL or DQL, DCL and TCL. So DDL means data definition language. What is that? Data definition language. Whenever you want to define any database object, you can use this DDL commands. So whenever you want to modify the data in any database object, you can use DML, data manipulation language. DRL/DQL, data retrieval language and data querying language. DCL, data controlling language. That means what? How you can control the data? Controlling the data means so you can restrict the users, those who are not having the uh, authorized access. Okay, you can provide the permissions to access the data to the authorized users. Okay, so we are just protecting the data. That is called data controlling. And then TCL, transaction controlling language. With this we are going to use the commands called rollback, commit and save point. So whatever the operations that we are doing, that operation technically can be called as transaction. Okay, those transactions can be managed, those transactions can be handled by the command called by the category called TCL. So that may be once you complete the transaction, that may be committed to the memory. So once you have done the transaction, that may be rollback due to some other problems. So if you want to save the transaction, you can use the save point option. Okay, like this we will have different categories in SQL. Okay, so first and foremost we will discuss about DDL. Okay, so what are the commands that will comes under DDL? Create, drop and truncate, finally alter. Okay, remember, create, drop, truncate, alter. So these are the 4 commands will comes under DDL. So remember, DDL commands will plays a very important role, because with these commands only we are going to define the database objects. With these commands only we are going to modify the database objects. With these commands only we are going to drop the database objects. What are the database objects? Earlier I told you, it's very important. Remember, once again I'm repeating, database objects are tables, views, functions, stored procedures, triggers. 5 components, like 5 fingers to a hand, we have 5 components with us. Okay, so data, tables, views, functions, stored procedures, triggers. Okay, in order to modify these database objects we are going to use alter command. In order to going to drop this database objects, we are going to drop. In order to create this command, create these database objects, we are going to use the command called create. Like this we are going to use all these DDL commands. Okay, now let me explain in detail about the DDL commands. Okay, so I will explain create, drop and truncate today. Alter is very important. I don't know what happened today, nobody has joined. No, I will upload the scripts. Okay, uh, so many people has not joined. Sirish is not there, Preetham not there, Nitin, Deepak. Okay, fine, let it be. Maybe they were thinking that I'm not going to take a class. So I will kept alter for tomorrow. So I will explain only create, drop and truncate. Okay, truncate is a different command. I mean, different in the sense it is a detailed command only, but the scope is very less with respect to these commands. Okay, now let us look at this concept. Okay, so what I have given, DDL, data definition language. I have given the definition also. It is used to create, modify, and drop the structure of database objects in the database. With the create command, we can create the database. With the with the create command, we can create the database. We can create the database objects. With the drop command, we can drop the database and we can drop the database objects. With the alter command, we can alter the database and we can alter the database objects as well. But only truncate is bit different. Truncate will be useful only for tables, not for databases. Okay. Now I have given the individual definitions what exactly each and every command will do. Create creates the objects in the database or creating a database as I given the definition. Truncate delete all the records from a table and resets the identity value to initial value. Okay, I will explain with an example, then you can easily understand. Alter the objects of the database or alter the database also. Okay. Now, so right now we are in which query window? I mean, right now we have connected to which database? I mean, SQL or the objects in the database, rows and column. No, 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 no. That is rows and columns is nothing but rows is nothing but data. Column is called structure. Okay, so database is the main component, Ajosh. Under the database we will have the tables. Inside the tables we will have the columns first and then rows. Okay, the database object means table is an object. Okay, view it's a database object, function it's a database object, like that. Okay, so we will have multiple options with us. I will show you in detail uh, where we are going to have different database objects. Okay, as of now you concentrate only on the tables because that is the primary thing for any advanced concepts. Table is a very important thing. From table only we are going to start each and every concept. Okay, now right now to which database we have connected? SQL BA 6 p.m. PST. Suppose, okay, at any given point of time, if I want to change the database connection, if I want to change the database connection from SQL BA 6 p.m. PST to what is our database? SQL Server BA. Okay, what is our database? SQL Server BA. Let me write that down here. SQL Server MSBA. That is our database. Right now we have connected to this database and we want to change it to this database. For that we have couple of options. One is through graphical method. You can go to this drop down. You can select SQL Server BA. Okay, so that is first option. Or else, if you want to through command, use SQL Server BI. Okay, so if you execute this command with respect to this query connection, what will happen? Earlier, whatever the database this query window has connected, it will change it to SQL Server MSBA. If you want me to execute, I will execute now. I'm going to execute. See, database connection has been changed to. Okay, that means what? Use means we are just telling to SQL Server engine for this query window, use the database called SQL Server BI. Okay, that is the command called use is all about. Have you gone over how to install the database you use in the class? No, 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 no. I'm going to do that. Okay, so step by step we will go, Josh. Okay. Now suppose if you want to create a sample database, you can just use this command. So as I told you, create can be used to create the database and database objects also. Create database sample database, that is the create command. Suppose if you want to drop it, you can use the drop it. Okay, so now what I'm going to tell you is I'm going to show you the difference of drop and truncate to you today. I'm going to create a table and I'm going to insert the data into the table. Now, please look at the data of this table. How many records are there? 3 records are there. Now, drop and truncate. Please remember, these two are the very important concepts that you need to remember. People will ask you in interview, what is the difference between drop and truncate? Simple question, but sometimes we may forget the definitions. Okay, so I have a table. Now if I say drop table test table, what will happen? Data will be lost, and at the same time structure of the table also will be lost. I mean, you you cannot find out the table from now onwards after executing this drop table. Okay, commands completed successfully. Now after executing the drop command, please try to execute select star from test table. what it will tell? It will tell invalid object name test table because the table has been deleted from the database. Okay, so because of the drop command, I have executed drop table test table. So the moment I have executed the drop command, what will happen? The table will be permanently deleted from the database. Okay, and then inside truncate table, what will happen with the truncate table? Let me create the table with the data. Now you can see how many records are there. 3 records are there. Okay, so this time not drop, truncate. Okay, I'm going to do what? Truncate table test table. See what happened earlier when I have executed drop table table name, I got a message that commands completed successfully. Now also after executing truncate table table name, I got the same message saying that commands completed successfully. So what command completed successfully? Okay, so each and these two commands having two different definitions. Let me show you in detail. Now please look into this. I have executed truncate table. If I will execute the select star from test table, table is there but data is not there. So that what we need to understand here, we need to understand, if I will execute drop table command, the data and at the same time table both will be deleted from the database. If I execute truncate table table name, only data will be lost, not the table will be there. If you want to insert, you can insert once again. Let me insert once again. I'm inserting. If you see, you can see the data. So we will lose the data. Okay, we are going to lose the data, but table structure will be available there itself. That is what drop and trunk. So many people will ask me one doubt: if truncate table will remove the data from the table, so why can't we use to clean the database? Suppose if I will say truncate database name, what will happen? Okay, let me show you. If I say, what is the database name? Truncate database. What is the database name? SQL Server MSBA. So if I execute that, what will happen? Incorrect syntax near the keyword called database, because truncate will be applicable. Truncate will be applicable only for the tables, not for the databases. Okay, so in the DDL command, create, drop, alter, these three commands can works with the database and database objects, but truncate works with only table, not with databases, not with the other database objects. Okay, truncate is a command which will be useful only for the tables, not for any other concepts. Okay, okay, I got a question here. Can we rename and use the table structure, rename the table and use the structure for other table? Um, Actually, I got a bit confused with this question, Pratyusha. Can you please let me unmute you so that you can ask me? I will clarify. Yeah, Pratyusha, please go ahead with your question.
Hi, Narendra.
Yeah, hi.
I mean to say, as you said, if we use truncate, the structure, the table structure won't be lost.
Correct.
So my doubt is like, can we use the table structure for some other table? Like, can we rename the table? Let's say we have created like a person table, we
Mm-hmm.
truncated it,
Mm.
and can we use the same table structure, rename the table and then use it for some other table?
Yeah, we can rename it and we can use it for some other purpose. That's not a problem.
I mean,
Yeah,
mm,
actually, maybe as per the explanation, whatever you have given, my understanding
mhm.
is, so you just want to I mean, before renaming the table, you just want to take a backup of the table. Is that what you're asking?
No,
uh,
not like that.
mm.
Like I want to just use the table structure. Whatever fields are there in the table, I want to use it because I want to create
Okay,
another
okay,
table with
okay,
the
okay, okay,
same
got your point, got your
same.
point.
Uh,
Same structure you want to create with some other name.
yeah, exactly.
That can be done. That can be done. For that, actually, that command will, I mean, that concept will come tomorrow. But since you have asked me,
Mhm.
I will show you.
Okay, fine.
Suppose we have so many tables, right?
Yeah.
Select a star from how we can see sys dot tables. Okay, so these are the so many
Okay.
tables. Let us say, for example, person table only. Okay, just now you have asked me, no? So I'm taking person table. Do we have any data in that? I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
No, we don't have any data. We have another table that is called person. Mhm. In which table we have the data? Employees. Okay, okay. Look at this, Pratisha. It's really interesting. Anyway, I'm going to cover tomorrow, but I'm just telling you an example.
Okay.
Now, this is one table. What is the table name? Employees. Okay. So in this table, I have this data called 4 rows. So there are two scenarios. If you want the same data, if
Yeah.
you want the structure and data with some other table name, that is one possible scenario. Okay. If you want only structure, not the data, but a different table name, that is a second scenario. Okay. So how you want me to do that? You need the table structure and table name.
Yeah.
So I will show you. Suppose I want to create one table with the name called copy of employees. Okay.
Okay.
This is a new table which was not there. Okay. So from what employees. Okay. If I will
Okay.
execute this command, what will happen? Whatever the data that is there in the employees table, same data along with the structure, it will be created with the table name called copy of employees.
Okay.
Okay. Let me show you.
Yeah.
Before to that, let me show you. Do we have the table or not?
Mm-hmm.
Do we have this table? No. At this moment, we don't have this table. But after executing this command, this table will be created on the fly. Okay,
Okay.
4 rows affected. Now you execute this command. Okay,
Uh, yeah.
now see, same structure, same data in the two tables. Okay, now sometimes what will happen? Somebody, they don't want the data, they want only structure. I don't want the data. I just give me the structure. I will create with a new name. Then what you will do? Same command,
Yeah.
copy of employees 2 I will give. Okay, so here what we need to do, at the last we need to write this command 1 equal to 0. Why 1 equal to 0? See, if you execute this command up to now, what will happen? The data will be moved to copy of employees 2. But if you will
Okay.
execute along with this where condition, what is this where condition? Where condition is a false condition here,
Yeah.
right? One, if the
Yeah.
value, I mean, is the value equal to, is the value 1 equal to 0? No, it will never become, it will never be equal to 0. 1 is a different value, 0 is different value. Since the condition will be false, what will happen? Data will not be moved.
All right. Yeah, it
Okay,
makes sense.
so
Yeah.
data will not be, only structure will be moved. See, if I say copy of employees 2, in this situation what we got? Only structure, not the data.
Okay.
Okay,
It makes
so
sense. Yeah.
this is what. And Shanti asked me one question. If I do any changes in the employee table, is it affect to copy of employee table also? No, Shanti, it will not do. It will not affect into the table. This is one-time operation. Okay. Some generally when we will follow this particular option is, suppose if somebody is going to change the table with the data or with the structure, they are doing something. Okay. If you want to protect the table, if you want to protect the original table, so what we will do? We have to take a backup of the table. So if you want to take the backup of a table, you have to create a new table with all the data types and all the values and all the statements. So instead of that, if you write this simple one line command, the actual data will be taken as a backup with a different name. Okay, so that what will happen, we will have the data, we will have the structure, but name is different, but ultimately we have original data. No, we can protect the data by using this command. Okay, got my point? Any questions so far? Pratusha, Shanti, RK, Shravanti, Ajosh, any questions? Actually, it is bit advanced, this topic. I have planned to tell tomorrow, but since you have asked me, I have brought this. So we have seen create, drop, and truncate. Alter is bit lengthy and at the same time bit important. Okay. So since our all of our friends has not joined today's class, I will cover in the tomorrow class. Okay. And meanwhile, my sincere request to all of you is try to watch the recordings as early as possible. Okay, don't make it pending. If you're not practicing, that will not be a problem. At least at the end of the day, before going to sleep, watch the recording and then go to sleep. So that what will happen, whatever the concepts that we have discussed, so it will just kind of revision for you. Okay, it won't take more than an hour. Okay, just like watching a movie, watch the recordings and come to the next class, so that it will be very interesting for you, and particularly for RK and Shanti. So before tomorrow class, so please download all the recordings and try to watch as maximum as possible. Okay, that's my sincere request. It's not a mandatory thing. It will be convenient for you only. Okay. Okay. So tomorrow the class will be not like today. So our regular timing is 9:30 a.m. IST. Okay. Uh, for all of you, I don't need to tell you, but Shanti, for you tomorrow onwards the class will be 10 p.m. CST. Okay. So today I just took the class half an hour delay. Okay. Uh, and half an hour late I have started this class. So every day the class will be 10 p.m. CST. Okay. So any questions you can just email me, no problem, at any point of time. Whenever I will get a time, I will send a reply to your email. Okay. Thank you guys. I will send you the recordings after this class. Please go through. Bye.